Folks, welcome back to Our Mountains. I'm joined now by a very special guest. His name is Robert Gipe. Robert, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Robert, I found you on the internet not too long ago with a project that I know you've been working on called Trampoline.
Right.
Can you tell us more about that?
Well, it's a novel that I wrote in public. It was published by the Ohio University Press in 2015. It's about a 15-year-old girl who is growing up somewhere in eastern Kentucky in a fictional county called Kennard County, and her mother is having some problems with substance abuse, and then her grandmother is an environmental activist who's involved in an effort to get mine regulations enforced around a strip job. And it's somewhat inspired by experiences I had, well, just here teaching at the community college in Harlan County, and also being involved with Kentuckians for the Commonwealth during 1998 and 1999 when there was a lands unsuitable for mining petition to protect the top of Black Mountain and some of the land thereabouts. And that was the impetus of it, I guess.
Something that struck me is it's called an illustrated novel. Now, I'm familiar with graphic novels. I grew up as a comic book nerd.
Right.
What is an illustrated novel?
Well, graphic novels are really too much work for someone like me, and so but I do like to draw, and I did like to write, and had always drawn. And so the novel, it's narrated it's a first-person narration, and so I started doing drawings of the narrator, whose name is Dawn, speaking to the audience that's reading the book. And so there's, it's 300 pages, there's about 200 illustrations, and they're all lines from the book, and it's the narrator speaking directly to the reader, and you can see her doing it.
As I was reading the book, I've read probably the first 50 or so pages, and it really struck me. It's almost like breaking the fourth wall, as we'd call it in theater or television. She's talking directly to the reader, and that just really struck me as interesting. I want to read these because I found these are quotes from reviews of your book, so I don't mean to embarrass you if this does, but best book to come out of eastern Kentucky in some time, funny as hell but will hurt you, and Robert has invented his own genre. So, I mean, remarkable critiques of this book. Where can they find it, folks at home?
Well, it's getting out to some bookstores, and of course it's available through Amazon and your online vendors of such things. You can get it in Harlan down here at Donnell's Pharmacy. She's my local distributor. But yeah, I mean, online, I know they've got it in where can you get any book in East Kentucky, to tell you the truth? But yeah, I know they have it at Morris Bookshop in Lexington.
Plus, I saw you're going to be the featured speaker at the Hyman Settlement School's Writers Retreat this fall.
Well, I'm just coordinating a retreat in November where people can come, and I mean, basically, you're just kind of handing out a few writing prompts and making sure everybody's pencil's sharpened. But that'll be nice. That was Hyman's been a big part of my writing life. I've always, since I really got serious about doing my own writing, going to the Appalachian Writers Week in Hyman, Mike Mullins and Brent Hutchinson and Jean Marie Hibbard, they run a great writers conference. I'm only too glad to let everybody know about it.
I'm a big fan of the folks over at Hyman.
Yeah, it's and their writing workshop is a week long, and it costs more than some of them, but you get real advice from real writers, and you get to hang out. I mean, I think you just accomplish a lot in a week that you can in a weekend, and so they've done a lot for me, and so I was glad to give back by hosting that workshop in November.
Last question for you. Reading the book this morning, who has the best chicken nuggets?
I don't know, man. I know that people are real interested in that, but I wouldn't want to get in any trouble by picking one chicken nugget over another. You never know. You might be running for office sometime. You wouldn't want that stuff out there on the record that you favored one chicken nugget over another.
Very political answer. Robert, thank you so much for being on the show. Folks, we'll be right back.